studied at Kentucky University. Started coaching at Fairmont State College. I was coaching defensive backs there, and then from there moved on to Colgate University and was the JV defensive coordinator for Colgate University under head coach Mike Foley. Worked for Wally Hood at Fairmont State College, no relation. And then moved on to Glenville State College, where I worked for Rich Rodriguez. Was there for I don't know exact. I'm getting all too many places. Was there 4 or 5 years, I guess, under Rich Rodriguez, and went from there to Eastern Kentucky as assistant under Coach Roy Kidd, and moved on from there to Ohio University with Jim Grove, and then followed him to Wake Forest, and then back to Eastern Kentucky as a head coach. He's a phenomenal return guy. I mean, he is, he's a guy that everybody in the league, from the time he was a freshman, just anytime he was around the football, you knew you had an opportunity for an explosive, play that was going to make a difference in the ball game. And, you look at, I'm a defensive guy, it's my background, and, you always, look at, guys that you fear. Matter of fact, I do recruiting that way. I like to look at kids and like, well, would I be fearful to have to defend this guy? And I think people feared putting together a kickoff coverage or a punt coverage to try to defend him when he got his hands on the football. I just, he's got, number one, he's a risk taker, but not to a point of hurting his team. I think there's a big difference between, taking a chance or taking a risk. Taking a chance is out in Vegas, rolling the dice. Taking a risk is something that's calculated, through experience of doing something and knowing your opponent and knowing your ability and knowing the situation in the game. And I think he is a great risk taker. It takes a lot of courage to do that, but also, take some intelligence, because like I say, there's a difference between taking a chance and taking a risk, and that's probably one of the things that, adding to his just natural God-given ability is the thing that makes him special as a return man. Well, the football program is very rich in tradition. Coach Roy Kidd's a legend in all of college football. He's got over 300 wins. I think he had 19 or 20, conference champions. Eastern Kentucky is, pretty much any way you slice it, as far as winning percentage, playoff appearances, national championships, conference championships. I mean, any way you would want to look at winning, Eastern Kentucky is, probably in the top 5 in any of those categories. And it all started with Coach Roy Kidd. He built a phenomenal, winning tradition here. Wonderful school, over 150 majors, excellent professors, got excellent leadership, and Doug Whitlock, our president, and Mark Sandy, our athletic director. It's a good time for Eastern Kentucky in general as a university, and Eastern Kentucky football, winning 3 out of the last 5, conference championships. Knocking on the door to some BCS teams in the last few years. Had Indiana beat, had Kansas State beat, and close calls, and then the fact of closing the gap in the playoffs. We played James Madison out of the CAA this past year, and really good football team, and lost on a last-second field goal. So we're close to getting things back the way that they were in the heyday. When Coach Kidd was here, late 70s, early 80s, when they were really had it rolling. The town is a town of 33,000 people. It's a small town, but it's a thriving town. We're the fastest growing city in the state of Kentucky. We've got an area in our town that 50 years ago was a field, and now it's got movie theaters and grocery stores and shops and restaurants, and it's just really a growing, thriving community, great place for kids to be around because of the low crime rate, and great to have the university right here as part of the community, and good place for kids to grow up. Well, I don't know if you call them special, but probably what I take most pride in is just day to day trying to be as good of a husband, as good of a father that I can possibly be. Well, the whole vision of the program, our goal is to win a championship. There's no question about that, and we're going to work as hard as we can and be as creative as we can in trying to achieve that. That's our goal, but our purpose is to use football as a platform to help our guys reach authentic manhood. We do something every day in our program in the area of leadership training, life skills, and character development. We want to, the success, people talk about the success of this season. Well, we don't know how successful we were this season until, 20 years from now when we find out, what kind of dads these guys are, what kind of husbands they are, what kind of neighbors they are they leaders in their community? Because that's what really matters. Football's 4 or 5 years, but, you're going to be a man and have responsibilities of a man for, 50 or 60. So that's our vision in the program, is to use football as a platform to raise up young people into being authentic men, and we take that seriously, and we work just as hard or harder on that than we do on teaching them how to backpedal or catch a football or throw a football. Really excited about the future of our program, and in particular next year. We lost one starter on offense and we lost 3 on defense, so we've got a great nucleus of guys coming back. We really hit a home run, we think, at mid-year with our junior college and prep school and 4-year transfer signees. At mid-year we signed 11 kids. We basically replaced every guy that we lost off our football team as seniors. Now we'll see, through spring practice and obviously through the games, if we replaced them in body. We need to see if we have actually replaced them in production. You think you can do a pretty good job of looking at the film and saying, hey, this guy would be just as good as this guy that we lost, but you never know until you get out there and the guys are going against live ammo. But we're very excited about it. Think that we have a tremendous opportunity in front of us. And it's just all a matter of, how hard we attack and how hard we focus and how hard we, trust and how great, how close we get to putting, team above ourselves as every individual on the team, from now till we kick off that first ball game.